Hey Dave, I want to share a story with you today about one of the pieces I'm doing for Downtown Singers called The Seal Lullaby by Eric Whitacre. So The Seal Lullaby is a poem by Rudyard Kipling. Eric Whitacre was working on Paradise Lost in 2004 that was presented at the ASCPA Musical Theater Workshop by Stephen Schwartz, who did Wicked and Godspell, and his insights into the creative process was profoundly helpful for Eric Whitacre himself when he was young and he was composing. Stephen Schwartz. After Whitacre did the workshop, he was actually called by a major film studio, but they wanted to know if he was interested in working on some kind of animated feature. So he did it. He decided to. He wanted to make an epic adventure, a classic animated film based on Kipling's The Seal Lullaby. Eric Whitacre loved Disney films, he loved Looney Tunes, everything Pixar. The Seal Lullaby is a beautiful story, classic Kipling, dark and rich and not at all condescending to kids, and he begins the tale with the mother seal singing softly to her young pup. My brother performed this in high school, but it's been such a long time since I've done a Whitacre piece. I'm really excited. I guess you could listen to it if you really want to. I was struck so deeply by those first beautiful words, a simple, sweet, Disney-esque song just came gushing out of me, and he wrote it down, and he had his wife record it while he accompanied her at the piano. The song was ready for this film to be made. It was going to help in the story and the tone and the emotion. Of course, there's something coming. Didn't hear anything from them for weeks, kind of critical of himself, like they did something wrong. The executive, at some point, they didn't take the song, and they decided to go with another movie, which is titled Kung Fu Panda. Don't pit me between Kung Fu Panda and The Seal Lullaby by Eric Whitacre, because they're both amazing. And the soundtrack to Kung Fu Panda, done by John Powell, who also did How to Train Your Dragon. But it's interesting to think that if this choice had been made and Kung Fu Panda was never made and instead they decided to make this other one, I never would have enjoyed Kung Fu Panda. He just took the song and he sang it to his baby son every night for him to go to sleep. He says success rate less than 50%. This piece still found connection with people. It still was used, it still is art, and it was made, and it still connected people, even though it wasn't included in some grand, epic adventure animated film. Kung Fu Panda ended up being a 3-part movie. I enjoyed all those movies, and they sort of shaped me because of the lessons in it and how they tied to what I learned in college and what I learned in high school about fundamental truths and religion and all that stuff. A few years later, the Town Singers graciously commissioned this arrangement of it. I'm grateful to them for giving it new life, and I'm especially grateful to Stephen Schwartz, to whom the piece is dedicated. His friendship and invaluable... Oh, I don't know that word. It's another word for guardianship, called pronounced tutelage. Valuable tutelage has meant more to me than I could ever tell him. I always think about collaborative stuff. The Kung Fu Panda series really matters to me. It really shaped my understanding about the story that you're given from how you're born, and then the story that you decide to tell for the rest of your life, and how you serve and create and enjoy the game of life. So there's a little bit piece of me in choral music. My brother has done the Seal Lullaby, and I'm looking forward to singing it with him. I'll keep singing and enjoying stories, and I'll keep on mattering. And you have a great day, Dave. I'll see you Thursday.